Hello, everyone. I am Sura. I'm a meditation coach and ambassador for meditation.com. I also love to contribute to Huffington Post's Healthy Living as a blogger, and I also help create some small video tips for them as well. Today, talking about road rage, and well, actually, not specifically about road rage, but how you can really utilize the time that you spend in your car when you go to work or you're driving your family around. How can we apply the practice of meditation in that time space that we have? So often I hear people say, I don't have time for meditation. And I think the time in your car is a perfect time to begin to apply the tools and the practices of meditation in your everyday life. And the way that we can do this is to first notice your headspace. When you're driving, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. In meditation, we're bringing heightened attention and heightened awareness to the present moment. So you might notice that when you're driving, you might tend to have the same kind of thoughts, similar stories running through your mind, to-do lists. And when you get in your car, just see, are you there? Are you here? Where is your mind? And if you find that your mind's racing in a lot of different directions, give yourself an opportunity to simply observe as you're driving. And no matter what, of course, if you're in your car, you want to pay attention to driving and being safe. So these tips are just things that you can do in the background to utilize that time in your car. I see that time in your car as a time for retreat. It's a time where you can really go inside yourself, be even more aware of your inner landscape. And when you start to observe your thoughts without judgment, without beating yourself up, without feeling bad about what you're thinking about or not being able to slow your mind down, you just watch it. And it's in that process of watching your thoughts, observing your thoughts like a third-party observer. If you were to be neutral and just notice your thoughts, just pay attention. And the more you start to do that, the more you begin to really receive the benefit of that meditation practice. You'll begin to notice that your thoughts, the cadence of your thoughts will change. Maybe they'll slow down. You'll notice that the quality of your thoughts will start to change. So just be open to that experience of paying attention to your thoughts. I think driving is such a wonderful platform for practicing meditation because we're interacting with other people in this kind of anonymous way. And it's really easy to get triggered by the people that are around us. You know, that person that cuts you off, or, you know, it's easy to have a lot of anger, to express certain parts of ourselves that we wouldn't necessarily do if we weren't in our car, if we weren't hiding behind this big sheet of metal. And I think that's a wonderful platform for noticing when we get triggered or angered or upset by what's going on around us. And how are you when you're in traffic? What's that experience like? So the second thing is to pay attention to your body, your physical body. And how does this help us? Well, when you go into your car, just notice the way that you're sitting in your car and see your body position, your hands that are on the wheel. Are you gripping? Is there tension in your body? Have body awareness as you're driving. See if you can relax while you're driving. See if you can feel a little bit of letting go, because gosh, so often I notice this when I get in the car. You just ball up, and especially if you're driving on the freeway on the 405, that's an intensely stressful experience. Hi, Maria. It's a very intense experience, and our body tends to react to that. And meditation is really about learning how to self-regulate through our breath, through our body. So see if you can just start to practice a little bit of relaxation as you're driving. And again, noticing the triggers. Like when you're in traffic, does your body tense up even more? Does it get even more intense, or are you able to just let go? And what helps you to let go as you're driving? The third thing that you can do is breathe. And this sounds so simple. And of course, you're always breathing, but it's really about your conscious breath as you're breathing. Can you breathe nice and deep as you drive? Because you might notice too that you can hold your breath when you're driving, not really breathe all the way. Did you notice that when people come up right behind you, right up on your tail, that your breath tightens, gets more tense? So just learning that tool alone, breathing while you're driving. And again, paying attention to everything that's going on around you so that you're not so absorbed in a meditation process, but you're applying some of these meditation tools. And driving, like I said, is a wonderful way because we're interacting with the world around us, and to see what helps us stay in our center. What would it be like to drive and be centered? Can you practice that? Just introduce that concept in your driving practice, just to center yourself, to fully breathe, to pay attention to your body, and to pay attention to your mind. And this is the way that we can apply the practice of meditation to our daily commute. And if there is road rage happening, to notice that rage. See if you can just be aware of it without judging. And that's the hardest thing, because it's so easy to get triggered. It's so easy to go into that space. If somebody is having rage towards you, or if you have rage towards someone else, you're just using that as a platform for raising your own awareness. It's okay to have that rage, but just noticing how quickly it comes and how it's, unreasonable, and just noticing the whole process of it and where it's coming from. So this is how we can keep the energy in check. There's a lot of energy on the freeway. People are in a lot of different spaces within themselves. So it's a harder energy to sometimes navigate. And that's why I think it's a wonderful opportunity to start really applying the practice of meditation towards those experiences. Anytime you're in a really intense, energetically more challenging environment, it's really good to practice the breathing and the centering, and then noticing that when you do that, how it starts to shift your experience of driving, your experience of being with other people on the road. And maybe you'll notice that people are driving a little more peacefully around you. Just use it as an experiment and see how it changes your experience. And I'd love to open this up now for some questions. Courtney, I need to try this. Yes, please try it. The centering and the grounding while you're driving, just imagining that you're centered. I think it's quite, it's illuminating in the respect that it seems to me that other people can sense that. So especially if you have somebody driving up on you, and you just practice that breathing and staying light, not allowing yourself to collapse to the pressure that's around you, but really maintaining that inner space within the whole time that you might be in a perceived stressful experience, and then noticing how things start to shift around you. So I'd love to hear what your experience is like with using some of these tools. And Maria, this will help me today as I drive to, I think you're going to say work. I love everyone I'll see today. Oh, that's an amazing practice. So Maria just took it to another level. This is another beautiful spiritual practice. You can try as an experiment sending love to every car, sending blessings to every person in every car, no matter how they're driving, no matter who they are, and practice that continual sending out of positive energy, and notice how that affects your own experience. Notice how it starts to shift your whole experience of driving. It's quite amazing. Yeah.